Ryan burst through the front door of his house, his backpack thumping against his back and his sneakers squeaking on the floor. It had been a long day at school, and he couldn't wait to sink into the cozy corner of his room where his Lego set stood, proudly on display. But something caught his eye as he turned into his room. A box. Not like any Lego box he had ever seen before, sitting right in the middle of his bed. The box shimmered with an otherworldly glow, covered in deep blue and purple patterns that looked like a starry night sky. Gold letters spelled out his name, Ryan. His heart thumped with excitement and a little bit of curiosity. Who left this here? He looked around, half expecting to see his mom or dad peeking from behind the door with a grin, but no one was there. "Mom! Dad!" he called out. "Yes, sweetie?" His mom, Emma, called back from the kitchen. "Did you leave a Lego box in my room?" he asked, his eyes glued to the mysterious gift. "No, honey." "Why?" Emma's voice sounded puzzled, and Ryan felt a shiver of excitement run down his spine. This was no ordinary box. He climbed onto his bed, shifting his other Lego sets to make room, and carefully placed his fingers on the lid. It felt warm, almost alive. As he lifted the top, a soft, magical hum filled the room, and tiny sparks of light danced around the edges. Inside were Lego pieces unlike any he had seen before. They shimmered like polished gems, in colors that seemed to change every time he blinked. Emerald greens, deep blues, and glowing yellows. But before he could even touch one, the pieces started moving on their own, swirling and spinning, building themselves into a swirling tower of light that grew taller and brighter until... "Whoa!" Ryan yelled, feeling a sudden rush like a gust of wind pulling him forward. The world around him dissolved into a blur of colors and sounds. He tried to grab his pillow for balance, but it was gone. His room was gone. The next thing he knew, he was tumbling onto a floor made entirely of Lego bricks. "Ouch!" he said, landing on a red brick with a soft thud. He looked up and gasped. All around him, the world was built of Lego tall buildings with colorful facades, trees with tiny green brick leaves, and roads paved with shiny black and gray tiles. Above, the sky was a patchwork of Lego clouds in white and gray.
Ryan?
Ryan spun around to see his mom, Emma, now dressed as a Lego scientist with a lab coat and glasses, standing with his dad, Tom, who looked like a Lego explorer with a safari hat and boots. His older sister Sophie was there too, wearing gleaming knight armor and holding a silver sword.
"What is this place?"
Sophie asked, her voice echoing with the same awe Ryan felt. She bent down to pick up a tiny Lego flower, its petals as bright as a rainbow. Ryan's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I think we're inside the Lego box." Before anyone could say another word, a small figure raced up to them. It was Max, Ryan's best friend, but he looked different, smaller, more blocky. He was a Lego figure. Max wore a green cape and a tiny hat, his Lego face grinning widely. "Ryan, you're here. Welcome to Bricktopia. We've been waiting for you." Ryan's heart swelled. This wasn't just any Lego world. It was a place where he and everyone he loved were part of the adventure. He looked around and saw Lego people waving at them from the windows of their colorful houses, some holding banners that said, "Welcome, Ryan," in blocky letters. Emma adjusted her Lego glasses, still looking bewildered. "What do we do now?" she asked, giving Ryan a look that said, "This is up to you, buddy." Ryan's face turned serious. He was thrilled but nervous. This was amazing and new, and he couldn't shake the tingle of uncertainty bubbling in his chest. Before he could answer, the ground trembled and a low rumble echoed across the sky. Dark Lego clouds began to roll in, filling the once bright sky with shadow. Ryan froze. The rumble grew louder, reminding him of the real thunderstorms that made him want to hide under his blanket. He squeezed his eyes shut, clutching his hands into fists. He was about to back away when he felt a small, familiar bump in his pocket. He reached in and pulled out Rexy, his stuffed dinosaur, now made of tiny green Lego bricks. Just holding Rexy made him feel a little braver. "Ryan, look!" Sophie pointed to the sky, where flashes of white lightning darted between the Lego clouds. The townspeople looked up nervously, some disappearing into their little houses. Max stepped forward, his voice steady and confident. "That's why we need you, Ryan. Bricktopia is losing its light because of the Cloud Castle. You're the only one who can build what we need to save it. Ryan swallowed, staring at the swirling clouds. This was it. This was what the magic Lego box had brought him here to do. And even though the rumbling thunder made his stomach twist, he felt a spark of courage deep inside. He looked at his mom and dad, at Sophie, and at Max, who were all waiting for him. "All right, let's get building," he said, his voice shaking at first but growing stronger. The townspeople cheered, and Ryan felt the first swell of excitement start to replace his fear. He didn't know how they'd fix the storm just yet, but with his family by his side and Rexy in his pocket, he was ready to try.